What's going on, guys? It's ZeroX11, and I have come to a conclusion. Life is, in fact, a bitch. It is. Good things happen to bad people. Wait, what? Bad things happen to good people. That's what I meant to say. Life's not all flowers and anal beads. No, it's not. Life is anal beads made of thorns from those flowers. And getting thorns up your butthole is a bad, bad thing. I would assume. I've never had it happen, but I would assume having a thorn up your butthole would be a painful experience. Could you imagine pooping thorns? It's not safe. It's not safe, my friends. So now you might be asking, Zero, what are you talking about? To which I say, hey, yeah, I got a phone call from my work yesterday saying, look, in February, we're closing down. And I work at a hospital, which is very unexpected for a hospital to close down. It's kind of like a shot in the ball sack. Yeah, it hurts. Like a thorn up your butthole. It sucks. So I was not expecting that, but come February, looking at things now, yeah, looks like I'm going to be homeless. Yep. Maybe not homeless, but definitely jobless. But I guess if I'm jobless, I could be homeless. I may be living in my car, and that's if I can afford my car payments. I don't have car payments. But I do have car insurance. But I wouldn't be able to pay my car insurance. So, maybe I could sell my car. That's only going to last me for a while. I have a crack addiction. I'll start selling crystal meth. It's not that expensive when you blow up your cardboard box. Anyways, I'm not going to throw a pity party. I'm going to stay strong. I'm going to try to find another job. That's what I'm hoping for. One of my friends made a joke saying that I'll be just fine because I have YouTube. Hardy har har. Idiot. Just so you guys know, I don't make any money off of YouTube. Never have. Possible I never will. It would be nice, gotta be honest. Just to have a few extra dollars in my pocket, especially for moments like this, when I could potentially be homeless. True story. So what I actually want to talk about today, and that was a true story, by the way. I didn't make any of that up. That's really going to happen to me. Maybe not the homeless thing, but I will be jobless if I don't start looking. So I gotta stay on the ball. Gotta stay on the bull like a seal that does circus tricks. Somebody asked me yesterday on the PlayStation Network in a message, sent me a message, if I could give them some advice, and I said absolutely, I will post it in a video. So what this guy or kid asked me is he likes this girl, okay, and he thinks that this girl likes him too, or maybe she does. I haven't read the message in a day or two, so I forget things, but he's hesitant to date this girl or ask her out or whatever they do nowadays, dry hump each other's legs. And she also smokes lots of pot, which was kind of just randomly thrown in there, which I'm not 100% sure if that's why he's hesitant to date the girl, or if it's other reasons, like, I don't know, maybe your hair smells bad. I don't really know. I just kind of put two and two together and thought that maybe he was hesitant because the girl smoked pot. Okay, so my advice is number one, you kind of threw in the pot thing there, like pot is a bad thing, which it is. Don't get me wrong, it is. But it is not the end of the world, because there are much worse things that this girl could be doing, such as heroin, which heroin would really mess things up, and I would definitely tell you to run for the hills if she was doing heroin. Cocaine is also pretty bad. The reason that it would be so bad is that she would probably be hyper all the time, and that could get really annoying. Okay, so that could be very bad. Pot itself is actually pretty harmless, despite what your parents may have told you. It is a pretty harmless drug. That doesn't mean that I want you to go out and try this thing, but it really doesn't have too many bad side effects. Like, I don't know if you're going to be smoking some pot and then mowing your yard, or, I don't know, sticking your foot under a lawnmower anytime soon. You should probably avoid doing things like that. But if you're just kind of like, I don't know, most potheads kind of sit in a room and then just all sit there and laugh at one another. That's what pot is. So I don't know. Pot is not a bad thing. Being a pothead does not make you a bad person. Am I a pothead or do I smoke pot? No. Have I? I'm not going to answer that question. I think I just answered that question by stating that. But it doesn't make you a bad person. So if you think that this girl's kind of a bad person because of that, that is not true. And like I said, if your parents told you that it's a bad thing, they're probably high when they told you that. Just something to think about. It's true. Your parents probably got high and told you that. And then they laughed about it. And then they ate your kitchen. Because that's what potheads do. So if you think it's a bad thing, you know, it's actually not. But I will say this. Dating somebody that's a pothead, whether you're a guy or a girl, would probably be a big frickin' headache. Because I have some friends that like to partay, if you will. And just hanging around them when they're like that is kind of a headache. I gotta be honest with you. So I don't know. I mean, it really, what it comes down to is, do you really feel like it's worth your time and effort? Because I gotta be honest, just from your letter I can tell that you're a young guy and you're going to have a lot of opportunities in the future, as well as her. And I don't know, you guys will move on. Is this something that's going to last you forever and ever? No, probably not. It's just not gonna happen. But that's reality, and that's life. And what did I tell you about life earlier? Life's a bitch. It is. But here's the thing to think about. For every Penelope pothead, there's a Hannah Hummer out there, okay? And Hannah Hummer has a nice little song that she wants to sing you. And it's much better to hear that song than to get a nice little record on your permanent on your record, to get a warning check by some cops on your permanent record, okay? Because you don't want a bad record with the police, because that shit will stay there. It won't go away. It's like frickin' herpes. You don't want that either. So be careful with that Hannah the Hummer lady chick. I am awful with advice. Why didn't you ask Woody's gamertag to give you advice? But I don't know. In my personal opinion, I'd hold out, bud. You're a young kid. You got your whole life ahead of you, and you don't want to kind of get dragged down by somebody that's going to drag you down. So I hope that helps you out a little bit. That's just my personal opinion. You might want to, you know, if you're trying to think ways around it, it's probably not worth it either. Another thing that you said is that you were hesitant to date this chick. So if you're hesitant, then maybe it's not going to work out anyways. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to get in this relationship and you're like, oh man, this sucks. Should have never did this. Old Zero would have been right. But I don't know. Just my opinion. So I helped you out, bud. And I hope my video was entertaining. I'm going to peace on out. So peace.